Oh, this is a bit different. Right, now we're back at Cooper B again, and I'm on something very, very different. This is my first impressions, not just of the style but obviously of the bike as well, of the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. So stick around and see what I think. I'm sure it'll be eye-opening. Ooh, it sounds nice. Now, this bike has done 692 miles. Oh, it sounds nice. Now, one thing I can tell you straight away is the gearbox for a classic-esque bike, and being a cheap Royal Enfield, which they are. Actually, I don't like that word cheap, I think that's unfair. The word, or rather sentence so to speak, is good value bike. Yes, you could go and buy a Bonnie excuse me, or you know, a plethora of other bikes, but I've ridden the Himalayan. I rode the Himalayan back in December 18, and it was alright. It was a nice bike. Seat was very comfortable, suspension was fine. Again, just over £4 grand. Amazingly good value bike. But I gotta say, this feels very, very differently made to the Himalayan, whatever you want to call it. And I've got to say, to the older bikers, I mean, I'm 32 years old, so this isn't the sort of style bike that I would go and purchase. But somebody like my dad, who's obviously a lot older, this design and style of bike is very, very much of the era of when he was riding bikes, and I know that if I took this round to see him on it, he would absolutely love it. Now, 650 twin, what a lovely sounding exhaust note. You get a nice little whine from the engine, not an annoying whine or a horrible whine, just a nice whine, guys. But look at that beautiful Aston, lovely. When I say no vibes, I pretty much mean it. I mean, it's very smooth. All of the vibrations from the engine are very well managed, obviously with good engine mounts. Switchgear, nice. Again, very, if you look down and saw a Honda badge on this, Suzuki, Triumph, whatever it might be, other than a Royal Enfield, you would think that I was selling you porcupines, because the switchgear is nice. It's nice to push, it's nice to use. Bars, positioning, again, I am bang on 6 foot and circa 20 stone. Too many beers and pies, I know, but hey hey. And it fits me really nice. Tank is nice and narrow. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Pegs sit just behind my knees, so slightly swept back, but not really. I've got size 11s. Brake is good. Gearbox all the way, but we're just going to do a wind on. To be quite honest, that's about as fast as I want to go on that. 18 mile an hour, because the wind blast is absolutely horrific. Oh dear. And I tell you what, it's a punchy little motor. It's lovely and smooth. It doesn't get vibey, even at the very higher end of the RPM. Now, I'm just going to turn. Just trying to low speed. No throttle, just on the clutch. Tell you what, that clutch is lovely. I mean, I know it's a fairly new bike, but that clutch is like butter. Is the only way to describe it. Now you may see at the start of my videos that I've got Cooper B, which are a fantastic Royal Enfield and Benelli dealership, local to me. Rang Jack quite a long time now, and him and his dad are absolutely top blokes. Just really friendly, very very knowledgeable. And if you want to know anything, head over to Cooper B and just type into Google Cooper B motorcycles, you'll find them, and have a look what they're all about. I'm just going to tip this in. That held that bump nice there. I'll tell you what, you can ride this how you want really. You can just relax, or if you want to wind it up and dip it in through the twisties, you can. Handle's lovely. Now I'm just going to pull over up here. I want to show you, because this orange, I don't know if it shows up particularly well on the GoPro, but it's absolutely lovely. Brakes, 2-finger lever pull, absolutely plentiful. I love stopping it, it's great. Look at this lovely house, Old Lodge Farm. Dee-dee-dee. Now, I'm just going to put her in neutral. What a cracking looking bike. Twin pipes, twin coilover with piggyback reservoirs, preload adjustment only, but it's fine. I mean, I'm a big heavy lump and the suspension sprung perfectly out of the box. Clap. So here we go, there she is. Now I've just got to show you this orange, guys. Can you see that flake in that paint? It's stunning. Really really pretty. Nice little decals on the side covers. The fit and finish of this thing is just lovely. All classic 60s and, you know, motorcycle design. Great big twin pipes, twin shockers on the rear. I'll tell you what, this is a lovely seat. Really really nice, quilted leather, nice, very comfortable. Nice little screen. I think they just started doing a lot of options for these, and bolt on bits, which is obviously all quite nice. Single disc at the front, which is plenty powerful enough for this this type of bike. Got lots in it on this as well. So peg height and peg position is absolutely lovely. Single disc on the back. Vibray, some people call them the mini Brembos, but they are plenty good enough. Nice chrome bars. You got a USB port there as well. This one's been fitted with, we'll see, it's just been put on by the boys at Cooper B, or round mount. People want to put the sat navs on them and stuff. Nice little mirrors. This is just a push fit fuel tank. It's obviously lockable. Plenty of fuel in there, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, just a really nice thing. Tyres front and rear are Pirelli, made especially for this, but they're they're like a period design as well. I'll show you what I mean in a second. But they're also on the new Triumphs as well. So proper bit of engineering's gone into the tyres, not some just some cheapo tyres. I'll say fantastic value for money, this bike. There you go. Period design tyres, really, really nice. Now, one thing I do want to show you, I'll just come around here, flip that on, just check we're in neutral. Listen to that. How convenient, an old biplane with an old bike, lovely, what a beautiful day. Of course, Sywell airfield is really not very far at all. Beep boo. That was a bad gear change. That's better. What a beautiful day. All the lambs. The lambing season obviously in the UK. March the 28th today. All the little baby lambs. I love lamb. I really do. Well, I'll tell you what I am going to do. I haven't been in here for years, so I'm just going to go and have a little look. Now, this is Grendon Lakes. They do all sorts down here. You can do fishing and camping and all sorts of stuff like that. And in the summer they get all the old speedboats. You come do jet skiing and all sorts of great things. There's a nice little clubhouse up here as well. Cool, this motor, it just chugs. It just picks back up. Great. I'm really starting to be fond of this little bike. I'll say I wouldn't have one, but I don't think I could justify the new one at £5 or whatever, but maybe a year old one in a little bit, just as a second or third bike, would be nice. polish the chrome. It was announced and showed at the shows, and I don't know whether delivery was pushed back or whatever the case, but obviously you can have them, you buy them readily now, and they're available for demo, which is how I'm managing to be on one, which is obviously nice. But what I will say, just go and ride one. You know, if you're and ahhing, I would go for a Triumph, or you know, even something like a little small Sportster Harley, because you want something a bit different, a bit classic, you know, retro mod, whatever you want to call it, because there's so many bikes and categories these days. It's so hard to choose. I would go and ride one of these, because listen to that, I mean, it's just sensational. It's lovely. I mean, to filter on this thing would be an absolute pleasure, because the bars, although they're quite wide, but they're obviously in a swept back fashion, so you don't get that very wide profile, which is obviously an issue when you're in town, wing mirrors and things like that. Now, insurance on these, I have done a couple of quotes for me, just out of sheer interest, and they're unbelievably cheap to insure. Tax, servicing, even, you know, a proper dealer using Royal Enfield parts, Royal Enfield trained technicians. It's fantastic. Now, I'm just going to wander out a little bit, because it's fun. What a brilliant bloody little bike. Say it's 65 years old, 55 years old, and you always fancied one of these bikes when you were younger. You know, it's a nice way to get back into it, because the power delivery is smooth and linear, the brakes are great, the clutch is light, the bike itself is light. If you just ever so slightly labour this engine in a slightly higher gear and just give it a roll on, the exhaust note is fantastic. I'll just show you. I'm doing, what, 30? I think I'm in 4th. Great. And a lot of bikers will argue, especially sports bike riders, you know who you are, that you need a litre bike to have fun. You need a 750. Well, it's just not true. Alrighties. That gearbox is silky smooth. You know, up or down. Obviously no quick shifter. I'm just going to push it through these last little bits of lane. Not push it, but try it a little bit quicker. Lovely. Slow down into the village, just in case. We'll ride responsibly, ride in the laws, etc, etc. I've been riding this bike about half an hour, 40 minutes now, and I've really enjoyed my time on it. Just coming back into Cooper B now. As I say, you need to come and see these guys down at the Piggery. One more. Can't resist it. That exhaust note is just sensational. Oh, can have that as my ringtone. It's great. Boing. Yeah. I think anybody that hopped on this would question the price. There's the boys, hard at work. Some other Royal Enfield owners. But that's what I like about this whole Royal Enfield thing. The people that I've met have been absolutely lovely. Right. There's the chromed Interceptor 650. Oh, that's so pretty. Lovely tank. Lovely. Really enjoyable. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Anyway, I'm going to go and get this edited, and we'll see you later. Bye bye. Ciao. See you. Bye. Something I just want to see. So, first gear. We'll edit that out, shall we? Wind her up a little bit. Oh, you got to hang on.